up? You already know what it is. Another fantastic episode of the greatest podcast you never heard of. You already know who I am. This is Latours, a.k.a. the high-class scumbag. I'm up in here with my homies. What up, Corey? I introduced you.
Corey, a.k.a. Corey GQ Fresh, a.k.a. the Popular Stranger.
I was over here kind of flustered, man, because we went live and stuff, and the interface froze on me. But look, that ain't the issue. We got a guest up in here. He's going to kick it with us. We got Drew The Barber. You got something fancy? Who's your underscore? We going to get his social media. No, I want to come here. I got to make you feel important and shit, man. Matter of fact, the crowd goes wild. You know what I'm saying? That's all for Andrew. You know, this our homeboy up here, Andrew. Here kicking with us. He a world-renowned barber. He's cut many heads, Bernie Mac.
Cut Bernie Mac the other day.
Just the other day, while we're lying. But no, he's a barber here. I don't like saying local barber. That shit make it like a basic connotation. But he cuts hair here in Indianapolis, and he also hold on, man. This is very important and shit. We will not have that kind of slander here this evening. If you will, that was me in my prime. Before I was capable of finessing. But he cut hair. He also has credit advice. And he also has
investing, entrepreneur.
Matter of fact,
talk your shit.
Fuck me. You capable of talking for yourself. Shit like I'm ordering off the menu for you. Tell them who you are.
So I'm Andrew Foster III. I was invited by Super Juvie the Great. Man, I just want to talk about, different things, power of positive thinking, getting your credit together, getting mentors, getting somebody to seek advice from, the vision, getting you a vision somewhere where you want to go, and just creating goals and obtaining those goals every day, man. That's pretty much what we about. Barbershop, that's one good thing. That's a good platform. I get to meet a lot of people, but it's definitely much bigger than barber.
So the barber just like the catapult to get you in the
springboard to you.
That's the stairs, man. That's definitely the ladder to take it to the next step.
Now, do you have a regular job and a barber's your main?
Full-time barber, full-time entrepreneur, man.
Okay.
I make all my money from my hands and investments.
I must ask you, Corey, what defines a regular job?
No, I don't mean like a regular job. Some barbers work.
You have to do something with yourself. Work cut hair and shit.
So
Yeah.
I know a barber that work like at Gatorade and still cut hair. Like he work a third shift. Like I was just wondering, like, is he just barber out there?
That sounds stressful. That sounds stressful.
That's child support and the student loan.
No, just shit. Just
you gotta clock in and then go clock back in.
Hey, that ain't no way to live. Hey, I don't like clocking in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to clock in.
That's my struggle that I'm trying to get out of. But enough of that. I was going to ask you something based off what you said, but just as quick that thought manifested, it disappeared. But that's just how it is when you get old, which leads me to, how was your weekend?
my shit was cool. Caught a couple movies this weekend. Did the night ride.
What movies you go see?
Superfly and Ocean's 8.
What'd you think about Superfly, man?
Superfly was good.
You saw it too?
Yeah, I seen it.
But
I just watched
did you see the
today
original?
again.
Did you see the original one? How old are you, first of all?
I'm 27, man.
Okay, so
and I don't remember the original one, but I did hear
No,
from
you don't.
It's in the 70s.
Yeah, that's you don't remember that. But yeah, it was actually good. I enjoyed it. Ocean 8 was actually shocking. Like, I didn't have high expectations for it, but other than that, I
Did you like Superfly?
Oh my goodness, I thought it was great, man.
My therapist said Superfly was a good movie. No, but I saw Superfly in the previews. I still haven't seen it. I wasn't going to go see it this weekend, but I was checking out the fight, and they didn't have a late show. The previews didn't make me want to see it. And I was thrown off innately by the perm. That perm, I had no desire. It looked like some bullshit. I'm just going to tell you, this is my assessment and shit from just looking. I said, I'm not going to see this fucking perm.
I
sell a dope.
It looked like all the main cast did have a lace front. It looked like it looked like you had to have a lace front to be in the main characters of the movie. I don't know what that was about, but the plot was good, man.
But the original had a perm.
What?
In the original, he had a perm.
In the fucking 70s, that was appropriate with the times.
But everybody that have a perm in this Superfly.
But I'm just saying the main character, the one they had on the screen doing the NBA Finals.
The local dude.
But the thing is, though, with that said, I haven't heard no bad returns on it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody who seen it told me it was a good movie, so I gotta get away from my preconceptions and get out there and check it out sometime.
Even the cinematography, we was talking about that. Like, it was shot very well.
And that's like one of the two things that stand out. Well, three things. Damn it, four. The plot.
The writing should be number one.
The writing. Save that for your list.
Yeah.
The plot, the writing, the way it's shot, and the score.
Yeah.
Them are the things, because people don't understand. Like, I like watching movies. Like, I've seen a lot of movies and stuff, and it's just certain things I look forward to in the movie and stuff that will make it entertaining to me, because people don't understand how important it is. I was watching Jessica Jones on Netflix last night, and it's crazy because I'm watching, like, as she walking, they got the footsteps, like, and I'm looking at her feet like, are they in sync? You know what I'm saying? I'm that tuned in. I'm like, with her foot at the ground, I want her to stand. I said they did a pretty good job, because it's the over editing. It's just crazy shit, man. But I want to see that. You said you saw
Ocean's 8. Yeah, it was.
I guarantee you, I'm not going to see that. I don't care who tells me that's good, but go ahead.
I like the way that they tied it in, because you're not going to see it. Like, they tied it into Oceans 11, 12, and 13. And, like, the score that they hit off at the end, it was like, that shit was crazy. But, how they had every cameo from the original cast, except for Brad Pitt. Because the little shit he said, they edited him out real quick.
What'd he say?
Something about bitches or something. It was something against the Me Too movement. And you know how they feel.
That's why I'm going to see it.
So they edited him right. But, and George Clooney.
Cruz.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And George Clooney, because he's dead. He's dead in there, but
his character died.
Apparently his character died. She visited him at the grave. That's her inspiration for stealing shit.
Is she his sister or something?
She's the sister. Okay. But yeah, it was good, shot good and everything.
Reason why I don't want to see it, man, because I don't like appropriation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like, let's make an all-girl type movie.
Like the Ghostbusters.
I don't like that, man. Let's do something original and stuff. I don't like when women try to be man cool. You know what I'm saying? That's how come I didn't like Set It Off. I like believable stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't do something and stuff just to give women something to go see. I don't like men do what we can do. I'm just not into that.
What was I about to say? When I'm thinking about it, they got we be talking about the drug documentaries. White Boy Rick in Detroit has a movie coming out. They showed it in the previews of Superfly.
And I
was wondering who they said based off a true story. And I was just wondering, well, who?
I was about to ask you seen the Al Prophets, but I forgot you only in your early 20s. So you ain't never
it's still on YouTube.
Yeah,
shit. How old was you when you seen first Superfly?
Probably 20-something.
And I was seeing it as a teenager.
20, 19, 20. I remember my brother had it.
What you were saying about the?
I was just wondering who, like, is it White Boy Rick's story? Is that who I'm looking at? The original is White Boy Rick?
Yeah.
He was a teenager.
He's a teenager
working for the Feds.
For the Feds.
And once they got done with him, they treated him like a nigga.
They
tossed him in the bed.
Yeah,
They finished with him quick.
But that's like Catch Me If You Can. Remember, he was a teenager working for NASA or whatever, the FBI at the time.
Do white boys catch the same kind of flack as black dudes for snitching?
I don't know. Depends on who you snitch on.
I mean, it's like
he snitched on a lot of dope boys.
But they always got a home to go to. like ain't nobody in the white neighborhood like, man, don't go around Ricky. He's Bobby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even like that. It's crazy though, cause that's almost, speaking of drug dealers, well, previous drug dealers. I don't want to just reduce somebody to that. Former drug dealer who was renowned for that, Freeway Ricky.
Yeah.
I was listening on Doggy Diamond podcast. And it was a hell of an interview. I don't know if you fuck with Doggy Don, but he do some good ass
Yeah,
interviews.
he does good interviews.
He have hella questions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he know how to lead in the questions and everything, and I really like listening to his interviews, but he had Freeway Ricky on there, and the stories be mesmerizing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can sit here and, like, I go on YouTube and look at the...
In fact, the documentaries don't do no justice.
When I go on a YouTube binge, I go on a YouTube binge. Whether it's, I'm going to listen to some funny shit, whether I'm going to listen to some Israelite stuff, whether I'm going to listen to some gangster shit. It's like I go in. So I'm listening to Freeway Ricky, and they all have an influence on me. Like, I was like, man, I be having, like, irresponsible and ignorant thoughts. Like, if I had a time machine,
I can go
back to, like, 86, and I would clean up for about a week and come back to 2018, filthy. That's how I be thinking. And that's how, like, I got a strong imagination. Like, I remember I was a grown-ass man. I'm watching Superman, Batman cartoons. Thinking to myself, what if I could run through that wall and couldn't nobody do shit to me? I'll run straight to the bank. That's how come I couldn't get superpowers. Yeah. I wouldn't be no superhero.
I always think if I had the magnetic powers, like to move the metal shit, I'd be knocking off every ATM machine, just opening up, taking all the cash out.
If you had a superpower, what would you be, Andrew?
Man, if I had a superpower, it would just, I mean, I don't even know, man. I don't know. I think we do have superpowers. I guess that's why I can't think about it like that. I think that we are.
See, he has a strong imagination too.
Yeah.
No, but like, I'm gonna tell you some shit I wouldn't do.
What?
Fly. That's the stupidest shit in the world. What the fuck you flying for?
More. If I could be more, could I be?
Morph. That's some cool shit.
Yeah.
That's some cool shit. I'll be invisible. Cause I'm not out here fighting, just trying to save niggas lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? I go out to the bank and shit. I do that. Nobody speak. I ain't tripping. Keep on going. But
that money just floating out the door. What's going on?
What superpowers you think? Like,
man, maybe mind reading. Maybe mind reading.
The only reason why I wouldn't want to read somebody's mind is I wouldn't want to know everything. Like, it'd be some shit that even as a superhero that hurts your feelings. You know what I'm saying? I sucked his dick last night. I didn't want his dick.
That show with Mel
What the fuck?
What women
That's a super dick you had in your mouth, man. That was a super dick. But what superpowers do you have?
Man, I just think that we got the power to. No, man, we can manifest whatever we want out of our mental into reality, and to me, that's a major superpower to have.
And that's one of the reasons why you here. Something we're gonna talk about. Yeah. So we're gonna go on that superpower later. We gotta get to the serious shit later. We gotta get all the bullshit out the way first. I gotta get all the bullshit out my system.
What'd you get to this weekend?
It's like a kid. I gotta go outside and run and play and shit. Come and sit down and think about it all.
Man.
But no, it was Suge Week. Had a little get together over here and stuff. Family came over here and friends. It wasn't nothing spectacular. I'm learning to really start disliking family for the lack of contributions, but hey, that ain't what I want to talk about. But shout out to my brother. I went to the fight. Must say I was disappointed.
Was you?
My favorite fighter lost. A hard fought decision.
I was there.
You was there?
I was there, man.
I was there too. Was you disappointed as I was?
I was very disappointed.
I was hurt. I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Cause when I boxing my favorite sport. So if I'm cheering for the fighter, you know how it is when your favorite team lose.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
I'm watching this ain't Kobe getting destroyed by Boston in 2009 finals, where I can't be at the ring and say, "Go Kobe." Where I can't contribute at all.
Yeah.
I'm watching my friend, my little brother, fighting in the ring, and I'm like, I hope we don't lose, because it was a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? And hell of a fight more so for Javar opponent, because Javar was better than him. Oh, so man. It had to be a great fight for him to beat Javar. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't I'm watching the fight. To me, and this is not being biased, Javar won. It's 6 rounds. I gave Javar the first 3 rounds definitively with a knockdown. So that's 2 10-9 and 10-8. Yeah. So without a knockdown, the next 3, even if the dude wins, 10-9. It's a close fight. The fight could have went either way, depending on who's scoring it and shit. So, I shit you not. Javar fucked up Suge Week.
Damn.
No. I'm bullshit aside, though. Javar fought his ass
hit with
off.
the gunshots on that one.
I wish I had some.
Yeah.
Let's download those fucking effects. But look, Javar fought his ass off, but I done seen Javar fight way better.
Okay.
But in my mind, which don't mean
not
shit.
Focused?
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it. My mind don't mean shit because I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
But I was standing up there, listen. I felt like I was getting sentenced, and I didn't know what the judge was gonna say. Cause I'm sitting there waiting this shit on the score. They said split decision. I almost threw up right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to the announcer from Anderson. The announcer from Anderson like us. And he be on Javar dick. He come over there sit down when we doing our podcast from the fights. He be on there like Javar. Like he got this goofy ass and he be so fucking hyped talking about Javar. So I'm looking at him and I'm trying to read body language, you know what I'm saying, his face. And you know what? In typical white man fashion, he kept that shit hid. You know,
kept his racism.
Yeah. It's like you going to work, you don't know if you fired or not. Because you got a straight normal face that he had yesterday when he told you good job.
Yeah.
Then he fired you. So I'm looking at him like, what the fuck?
You got that monotone body language.
Hell yeah.
Don't need to come in today.
I'm trying to manifest my superpowers and shit to make my positive thinking and shit. So I'm looking at him and shit, and he goes to split decision. Javar lose split decision.
Damn.
I'm shitty, so I know he extra shitty. Like whatever I'm feeling, I know it's like a million times he feeling. And then, of course, Javar he shoot the show for. He's part of the an integral part of the team, but he we had discussions and stuff to where he know he didn't fight his best. Hell yeah. He know he ain't fight his best and shit. And to make a long story short, get back season is on its way. Get back season on its way. So after I went to the fight, I went to the movies. I was halfway asleep to go see Jurassic Park.
Was that good?
That shit was horrible.
Somebody said it was good.
I seen that too.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
You like that?
I fell asleep, man. I honestly fell asleep.
I didn't see the end.
I honestly fell asleep. I didn't make it.
I didn't make it.
I woke up and Deadpool was on. I didn't
Damn.
We was driving.
Yeah.
I ain't been driving. So,
But the thing is, I was sleepy when I got there, but I can stay awake to a good movie. But it just was. Did you see the little character, man, the token black boy?
he didn't die in the credits like the original Jurassic Park.
If he made it to the end, he made it. As far as I know, he was alive.
Oh,
Last I seen him, he was alive. They put
I didn't pay attention. To
That's it.
I don't even
He
remember
was
the black
so-
boy. Oh yeah, okay, I do. The dude
Drake.
from
Like Drake.
he was in the Get Down, the lead character from Get Down.
That's him.
That's
I haven't
him,
seen
man.
Get Down. That's the shit on Netflix, right?
That's it's
Is
good.
that
Check
good?
it out. Check it out.
I'm gonna check it out, but in this show, it was like watching a scary movie. To where it's like it's overdone and it's
That's
like
because his anxiety was bad. That's why you felt like.
I have never seen the
and it's
Jurassic
like
Park.
it's like it was overacted anxiety though. It was like too overdone. And then when I spoke on the score was like watching the 1960s where womp 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 womp. That kind of scared me. It was like, what? Turn this shit down. But it was a bad movie. It was a bad story.
So I ain't missing nothing.
But and what made it so bad is because the other Jurassic Parks are fantastic movies.
Yeah.
So when you used to seeing good stories as far as you can about fucking clone dinosaurs, and then it come to this, man, it was pretty bad. Like they rushed into everything. It seemed like a cash grab to me.
It probably was.
I don't even know. I mean, did the dinosaurs go extinct? I don't even know.
You don't see him here today, do you?
Right?
No,
Yeah.
That's
in the movie. In the movie,
I
that's
never
what
seen the
that's what the
Jurassic
plot was
Park.
about.
Listen, this is the beauty about falling asleep. You can make up the end. Doughboy
No boy.
saved Ricky. And they rode off on the dinosaur. That's how the story
In
ended
the
to me.
gold
They
6-4.
saved Blue.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into some fantastic Hollywood news, man. I was perusing the internet, and
The interweb.
I didn't see the BET Awards.
I did.
I am very averse to watching award shows. Like I don't like award shows because everything is subjective to me. I don't know how you critique who's the best in the form of awards. I mean, I get it, but I'm not a fan of them. I don't like award shows, and like I never have. I don't. Like the older you get, the more you start distancing yourself from things. You just like I don't understand, like watching people win. Like getting up there and be happy because somebody won a trophy, and it's like I don't even know what it means, but I done heard
I was flipping back.
I done heard like some of the results. We call it Cardi 18. This is Cardi 18. Cardi B is winning. She's dominating everything she do as far as entertainment goes. She one of the best new artists. She announced that she's been married to Offset
for a year. Yeah,
and listen, for what everybody dislikes about Cardi B, I don't listen to her music. She's not in my demographic. She's a child. She's a little girl to me, and she's seemingly retarded. And I don't have anything against the retards, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, man. Like, I don't listen to Cardi B. Yeah. And it's not supposed to relate to me. I'm an old man. So if I'm out here nodding my head talking about that's my shit, that's that new Cardi B, y'all hear that shit, that's an Offset. Something's wrong with me. I need to be listening to my trapped in the 90 ass music. Boy. But she is fucking killing it. For whatever, any kind of slander anybody can put out, because when I say shit, I'm joking. But any slander anybody can put out on Cardi B is just hating. Yeah. She's winning in every way she seemingly wants to. She's married to the person she's about to have a child by. Her music career is dominating. She's the she's the best as far as how they determine women. Yeah. She's the best rapper out there. I won't say she beat up Rhapsody. Rhapsody is a much better rapper than she is. But as far as the criteria, what these people are looking for, Cardi B is winning across the board, and you can't be mad at it.
And her husband music is,
I mean, it's like the ghettoest power couple ever. Like I believe they celebrate with lean and lace blunts and lace blunts
or Roman noodle cakes. Or
slam. Hell yeah! I bet you slam. I bet they have a chef making a slam. I bet it's the most uppity motherfucking balling slam ever. But she winning. She one of the best new artists. I don't know. I think Kendrick Lamar won best artist and best album.
Yeah, damn one.
Which is, I mean, what was the competition? That 444.
Yeah.
And then J. Cole. Was J. Cole in that category?
I was flipping back and forth.
Kendrick, he won.
He won. SZA won.
When did niggas start caring about the BET Awards?
I don't know.
I mean, far as awards, I don't like.
That shit was on every channel too.
Because
Viacom owns it. So.
And the reason why though is because they started to acknowledge our dominance. Because like I always tell people, like I didn't understand the crying about the Grammys, crying about the Emmys. Yeah. Like we talked about it, like why you want to go to a party they don't want you at? You know what I'm saying? Like why are you? I hate forced integration. You know what I'm saying? If somebody don't want you there, don't go, don't beg.
Show up.
It looks weak as fuck to beg for acceptance. They had like, even though we know NAACP is a fucking front organization ran by fucking Ashkenazi Jews. Yeah. Niggas wasn't hyped about the NAACP. Like, hey man, they got an NAACP award. Man, put that right over the next to food stamps. Yeah. You slander that shit like BET. Then nobody can fuck about BET Awards, but now who cares about the MTV Awards?
Yeah.
Like when do we hear? You know what I'm saying? It's like it just become apparent to. It's sad that we the last one always to know how powerful our culture is, and I don't know if it's because we always been trying to look for, you know what I'm saying, acceptance in the other eyes, while they trying to they've been trying to get over here while we've been trying to get over there, and like I don't understand if that's why it's just not becoming so popular and stuff. Was Post Malone there?
I think he was.
If I see Post Malone, I'm punch him in the stomach.
He was.
He don't belong at the BET.
I'm gonna punch him.
He denounced black people. He denounced. Yeah, I mean.
No, I don't think he denounced. What he said is,
he's not a hip hop artist.
He said I'm not a hip hop artist. So if you're looking for like that lyrical type of stuff, don't come to my CD looking for that. He like I relate more to country. I'm gonna tell a story. I'm about a party.
Country trap star.
I mean, it is, but I feel like I ain't going to, like, if I try to hear a nigga spit some bars, I'm definitely not going to pick up no Post Malone CD, like, he about to spit that shit.
Post Malone is Justin Timberlake.
He's the hip-hop version?
Justin Timberlake, get fat and don't take baths. That's what Post Malone is. I mean, he's doing what historically they've done. Elvis, they take Eminem. They exploit our music. They exploit our lifestyle for the financial gain, and, I really don't like throwing him in that category because I feel like he genuinely likes the craft. He genuinely like hip hop, and But at the same time, they still made the same amount of money on it. And a Post Malone or Yellow Wolf, they still maintain their country culture, their redneck. You know, Yellow Wolf, he run around with the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how niggas rock with him with that, but they still. I mean, I'd rather for him to tell me who he is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Shout out to the participants at the BET Awards.
So who hosted it? Who was the host this year?
Jamie Foxx.
Did he do a good job?
They said he was going off script a lot. Then he got dressed up as a woman again.
He got dressed up
as a
woman.
What's the bitch he used to do on
Wanda. He did that?
Did a Wakanda Wanda.
No, he didn't do an African Wakanda.
Yeah,
Wanda,
he was in Africa talking to a Black Panther and shit, talking about you gonna want some of this pussy. Some shit. I was flipping back and forth.
He's the ultimate coon.
Out of here.
Like I don't even want to see that. It's hard. It's amazing how we can get to this level with success and still be coon.
Yeah.
That's how come they be having. I don't know, man. Like, what makes a man do that? Like,
ain't enough money in the world. Like,
at no point, and then it's like at no point in my life, like even like I think I was just born with common sense and just dignity, because you could have never got me in the dress.
You never get me in the dress.
I know heels, no none of that.
Never.
I don't even like when a bitch kisses her lipstick on my lips. But
speaking of BET, you ever see BET Uncut?
Man, back in the day, yeah, I remember BET Uncut.
I
still remember the tip drill video, man.
I wish
the credit cards on the.
I wish I had some funeral music, because that was a beautiful show.
Yeah,
the funniest video I ever seen.
What that thing smell like?
No, but I don't think I seen that one.
The niggas was from like Muncie and
white girls.
Oh yes.
White girl.
Oh man.
To my world. You ever see that shit?
Oh my god.
Man, you know what Uncut was? He just
that and it's cold in the D. You remember it's cold in the D?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Pause.
That's like soft porn, man.
Yeah.
They had to take that down.
Hell, that's like
how they were getting away with it. I was like 10 years old. Like
that's like running experiments. That's like running experiments.
That's why I'm a freak today.
That was crack.
Hell,
that was crack.
That was like for niggas what Girls Gone Wild commercial was.
Yeah.
I didn't like white bitches, but when they commercials came on, I want how wild would they get? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bunch of blonde hair bimbos and shit out here. Flashing titties and tongue kissing. Yeah. And motherfucker was paying $19.99 for the video. Internet fucked up a lot of hustles.
Yeah.
Internet fucked up a lot of hustles, man.
And speaking of great shows that's going away, Springer last shows this week.
Are you serious?
4,000 episodes in.
What? That's a barbershop classic right there. Jerry Springer been in barbershops forever.
I remember I went to an actual Springer taping when I was at.
He made Steve.
You found out it was a man that you was tongue kissing?
Nah, hell nah. Like I went when it was real before this scripted bullshit, but
when was this? Because Jerry Springer was fucked up. That's when Jerry Springer was fucked up even then.
Yeah, 97.
It was fucked up even then.
Like, yeah, it's scripted now. He's the only talk show host to ever do better numbers than Oprah.
Man, I can believe it, man.
He went from a mayor to.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he went from the mayor of Cincinnati to TV.
What exactly is he selling? Because I mean, a lot of people sell sex.
Bullshit.
I mean, is it bullshit
it's
or is
like,
it problems? I mean,
it's like a visual tabloid.
Yeah,
like you see the Inquiring Star. Like you like, man,
if you had to check out Bigfoot,
but it's on TV.
Yeah, and it make you feel better about your life. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's like, I'm gonna watch it because
that's fucked up. That's like when you be that's like you be like, I'm gonna go to the gym. You're like, they ain't gonna hurt me. I ain't big as that bitch. You start equating yourself to bullshit just to feel better. But I'm gonna tell you, people don't remember when D-Ray and Corey Holcomb was on Jerry Springer.
Were they?
Hell yeah.
I don't remember that.
Pull that shit up on YouTube one day. They was on there, I think they was on there about a bitch.
Damn.
Yeah, I think you know who D-Ray and Corey
D-Ray,
yeah. Comedians and shit. Cause they from Chicago.
Light skinned D-Ray with the funny eyes.
Yeah.
He got two. He still got two wives, two girlfriends.
Yeah, he does.
He still
what?
Yeah,
he know that?
Yeah, he live.
Oh, my man is my idol, man.
Cause you do that?
Nah, but I mean polygamy. I mean I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Polygamy, like what? Because it's crazy how polygamy becoming the new wave.
The new wave.
I'm talking about as far as the popularity of it.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? It's like
Big Love and all that shit.
I mean, you even go like 3 years ago, it wasn't as popular as it is now, as far as pop culture, as far as you see it on memes and shit. Why cheat when we both can have it?
Yeah.
So when people think polygamy, they think the BET Uncut version. We both lay. We
both just fucking bitches.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But people don't realize like in most polygamous relationships, it's just like a man just got a bunch of women together and like it's not like it's a big orgy. Yeah. It's like this your room, this your room. I'll be over there Monday. I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, we
I ain't tired. I'll be over there Wednesday.
We working together for a cause, for a greater good.
You clean.
Could you? Damn, like could you have like live like that, like 3? Cause you gotta have a captain.
Yeah.
You gotta have a team leader. But could you see yourself with that, like?
I don't know.
I don't think it's for poor people, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think polygamy is for average folks. You gotta be at a different tax bracket.
Nah, we gotta work together. You ain't gotta be rich.
I mean, whatever you do for one, you gotta do for another. You know what I'm saying? If you buy one a car, it'd be like, oh,
there
I'm
was
gonna
a
get you
nigga
a car.
here that's a struggling rapper. It was a local rapper that was living with 2 bitches and 3 bitches and had.
Mike Easy, man.
Yeah. But that don't make him broke. Cause he just
ain't
no,
broke.
I mean
He's
broke.
not broke.
Yeah, I mean broke. But you like
taking care of everything.
What do you mean by rich though? Like, what's your?
I mean, you just got to be able to do for the other what you. I mean, it's just not for a poor lifestyle. Because you're gonna always have one that's jealous of the other one. You buy one a purse, you got to buy 2 purses.
But that's just thinking superficial.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just life though.
I mean, I think if you training the women you with, though, like
if you run the show,
you don't know what's valuable in this relationship. But I don't think that a man should be in that situation. I'm with you in a sense because I think that the women shouldn't work. I think if you put yourself in that position, you should be able to take care of everything.
My girl hasn't worked in 3 years. That's why.
You
deserve
another.
Get you 2 more.
My girl hasn't worked in 3 years.
That's what's up.
Back to the bullshits.
I kind of got jealous of that.
Yeah, that's why I said back to the bullshit.
Hey, it was like this motherfucking brain stopped this shit. Like my girl hasn't worked.
My wife ain't worked in 3 years. They just said it so casually. My wife ain't worked in 3 years.
I got jealous because now, you know what I'm saying? I got to deal with a motherfucker staring at me. His girl ain't worked. Worked.
Oh.
No. But, okay, them the wars and shit. On some other shit.
So for your polygamy, you don't divorce it. It splits.
No, first we're gonna talk about some more music shit. Jay-Z and Beyonce came out their surprise album. Number 2, is that a disappointment?
No, I don't think it's a disappointment because it was exclusively on Tidal for like 3 days. But like if it went on all platforms,
it was on Tidal for a day. It was on there for a day.
Is it on Apple now?
It's on.
It didn't make it to Apple till Monday.
It was on Google Play the next day.
It's not on Apple yet, is it?
It's on there.
It's on there now. It'll make Apple to Monday.
It was on Google Play the next day.
Okay, but I feel if they would like all streaming services on that Friday, Saturday when they dropped it, I think it would have been higher. So I think they did it to get more. It was a win for them. They got more Tidal subscribers because at first you had to get on Tidal just to get it. So
I don't know exact numbers. I don't think too many people ran the Tidal to get it because I know I didn't. I'm patient.
Yeah.
But I think it's a L for the simple fact you got Beyonce and Jay-Z. They should never come in second place to anybody.
Yeah.
I think, and then like people say Jay-Z don't care about sales, but
he does.
He consistently bragged about #1 album.
Yeah.
And this is an album that you expect to go #1 no matter what.
Yeah.
They did say they didn't release the title streams though. They just released, so I don't know if that would they influence or not, but I think in terms of just being a competitive person, I think they both competitive. I think that's a disappointment.
So if they released the numbers next week and they was #1.
They was #1.
No,
I mean, it's already.
I mean, it's not.
They are billboards. Ain't no recounts of billboard.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I mean, even with that said though, they still doing what the fuck they want to do.
I think they were selling more of the tour than like. Now we got this new album come out that's being $150 per ticket
on everything. Motherfuckers gonna spend that shit no matter what.
Yeah.
Like what they say, Beyonce said you better dance to this old music. You know what I'm saying? Like the little memes, but on some more sad on a Saturday note, Jill Scott and her estranged husband, her ex-husband, on court, slugging it out.
Over bullshit.
Over bullshit. her ex-husband argued because he wants his Purple Rain album and a shoehorn. And I must be the first to say.
Five hotel robes, a massage table, a DeWalt laser leveler, and worst of all, an extended shoe.
Hello? Hey, is my Bluetooth brush still over there? This nigga's holding on by a thread. He's absolutely desperate.
The Prince album, not the Masters.
No, fuck the Prince album.
He can go
I
buy
will punch a
the
bitch if that's my Purple Rain and you won't give it back. I can understand the domestic violence that might proceed.
The shoehorn.
The mic. I don't even know what a shoehorn is, so I'm not fighting over that. What the fuck is a shoehorn?
When you put on your dress shoes like the.
Listen. Okay.
I have shoehorns.
Let's just call it what
I don't
it
have an
is.
extended shoehorn. I'm
Let's
not
call
gonna.
it what it is.
I can buy.
It's like a longer one?
So what it is, it's like, you know, a regular shoehorn's like
It's
here.
short, yeah.
It stops at like your calf, so you don't have to be. I guess you might have a bad back. I don't know what the fuck, but they sell them.
How old do you have to be to know this shit?
My daddy's
How old
75.
do you have to be to know this shit?
My daddy's 75, but he got one. So.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah, I took
Don't
one
probably
of
put it
his.
on your daddy, nigga. Don't try to put it on your daddy.
But I didn't know nothing about that extended shoehorn.
That's how you got hit.
Yep.
Look, where was I? Let's call it what it is. That nigga desperate. That nigga wasn't willing to let Jill Scott go. He still wants Jill Scott.
5 hotel robes.
5 hotel robes.
That he stole, so he wanted to go to jail to that.
Like
to
that.
get his own thing.
Nigga's tripping.
He willing to tell on
A
himself.
massage table.
That's how desperate he is. He been reduced to that. Hey, bitch, you still got that motherfucking pencil I left on the table. You know what I'm saying? It was number 2 pencil.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no nigga, I swear. Let me find that nigga using my keychain that I left over there.
What you tripping for, Rick? Man, that nigga over there singing my Purple Rain. What?
You got the Masters?
No, but it's an album. You know, like, and then like
That's a laser tag? You said you
no, like
laser?
DeWalt laser leveler.
Oh,
this nigga ain't been doing the work. He in construction.
This nigga
I'm trying to take some pictures.
This nigga mad as fuck. Look. He looked up. He seen that motherfucker Martin Luther King, Jesus, and Obama picture.
They was crooked.
He said, "This bitch is ruining my life." But that's just a level of desperation. I hope.
And Jesus was a carpenter, so he never deserves to be crooked on the
wall. Oh man, for real. This bitch don't even believe in the Bible.
You're unholy, bitch.
Can you imagine the shit he's saying? Because really, he's reduced himself to like
a
woman level petty,
yeah.
woman level petty. What's I showed do Miss Jill? Don't be talking about Jill around here. Go off with his mama and shit. You can't play those shit.
Jackie Jill up there. Bitch, what you take about Jill? We read him.
Oh man, shout out. Well, I didn't even find out that nigga name, so he's just hubby. He just her hubby.
Is his name Rick?
Matter of fact, he's really positioned himself to be the ex-wife right now.
Yeah.
He
ain't win like
on everything.
Candace Parker ex-husband. He ain't win like him.
Hell no. Shout out to Shell.
Yeah.
Teach Campbell.
Oh man.
We was just talking about Teach Campbell and Dwayne Martin off here. You know what that is, don't you?
No.
You know Teach Campbell.
Martin.
Oh, okay.
Gina.
Yeah.
She don't deserve a real name. She's Gina.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's Gina.
For all the bullshit she's trying to pull.
Man.
All this, she's trying to take him through hell. You know Dwayne Martin, you ever seen Above the Rim?
Above the rim, yeah.
Nigga, we couldn't even think of the nigga name. He had to Google it.
Boy.
We were halfway debating about who had a more successful career than Gina has by far. She, first off, let me tell you, I don't know if you've seen House Party.
You ain't never seen House Party?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
In your head, go back to House Party. We don't even know the dark-skinned girl name no more.
Damn.
I don't remember her name on the movie. But, was it Shireen? It was Shireen,
it was Shireen. What was Gina's name in there? What was Gina's name in there? What was Tisha's name in there? Sydney.
Sydney
She was Sydney and Shireen.
And just going back to your mind, who would you rather hit? Charmaine or
Sydney.
I just want to hit Sydney.
Gina.
Yeah, I want to hit Gina.
That's because y'all like light-skinned bitches.
That's
I mean, not saying I don't, but like at that time, that's because I think, because if you look back on it, man, I think Charmaine was killing her.
Had a better body.
Hell yeah. But they over there beefing and shit. She said Dwayne Martin hiding money. I don't know if it's offshore, but she said during their marriage he was hiding money. And now she wants her cut.
Yeah, she want her half. And they just filed for bankruptcy like 2-3 years ago, so they was $15 million in debt. And this nigga just rolled along with it. And he was like, shit, we ain't got no money.
And the fucked up thing about that is, the sad part, is they was getting money. Yeah. Like, they said Will Smith was loaning them money and shit. Like, they said they borrowed money from Will Smith and them. And it's weird that they in that position. And I'm going to tell you what's even more weird. They're married for what they said, 20 years. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you have to go 20 years to realize you don't like a bitch?
Boy.
Like, that's too long to be like...
20-year trial.
That's too long to be like, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking, but you know what? I wasn't thinking right. This shit is crazy. I need my cut. Yeah. Like that's like a fallacy.
How did she find out about the money? I wonder, like,
that's like a fallacy in money right there, though, man. How people put so much value in money over humanity. Like, at what point did the relationship get reduced to, you know what I'm saying, what can I get out of you and things like that? That's like, I don't like the alimony type thing.
Yeah.
I don't like the...
Like, I have to pay you.
I think any reasonable man, though, who has a whole lot of money, you should just innately want to give her some money on the way out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Not me.
I don't.
But how much? How much money?
I just say, hey, what's mine?
If you,
mine. What's
real
yours?
quick, if you with somebody for 20 years, like, I mean,
and it's over,
you've built some sort of friendship.
Yeah.
During those 20 years, and I mean, we're not talking about a bitch you was hitting. This is somebody who you share intimate secrets with. So why wouldn't you want to see them if you have it? Not if it's gonna break you.
Yeah.
If you have it, why wouldn't you want to see them be able to do good without you? At least on some training wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, bitch.
Take this to
like that. But I don't like how
spousal support.
I don't like the litigation.
Yeah.
I don't like the law. How law intervenes with love. I don't think relationships should ever have a contract. I don't think there should be a song. Like, that's what it is. It becomes a contract that can be voided and it can become used for monetary gain or monetary losses. Mm-hmm. And that just take away like what a marriage can mean. You know what I'm saying? It take away the human aspect between people. Cause now you over here arguing about money.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that shit. That's just incredibly fucking ill to me. Like, I don't. The nigga got money, he hit that bitch.
Yeah. They said she was spending like crazy. Like, she was fucking money up, and he was like, I need to tuck something away for a rainy day type shit. Like, she just.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when the human part stops.
Yeah.
Where y'all become divided, and you like, if you gotta hide money from a motherfucker, you shouldn't be with him.
But if you try and talk to him like, yo, baby, you know, you fucking.
As a man, you shouldn't even have to. As a man, you shouldn't have to hide money. A man should be a man in any situation. A woman only gonna do what you let her do. Mm-hmm. If you a real man. So for him to be hide money and shit, you supposed to check her like, hey, what you doing? We got a block, or we not in this together no more. So I can only imagine that, like, the 20 years and shit, they probably been done 10.
Yeah,
definitely. What you about to say though, man? But I don't know, man.
What about on the going now? You like, as a man, you should like give her a couple of dollars as the going away gift. Should she top you off one more time on the way out the door? Like, fuck me, suck me good on her.
If you 15. If you 15.
If you 15.
As a grown man, you ain't thinking like that, man. You
probably tired of it.
Only
20 years, you probably like, I don't even want.
Like, how you gotta. Hey, there's something else too, though, man. Like, what people don't be understanding. Well, I don't think women understand it. Mm-hmm. When a man start talking to a woman, he only had one thing in mind.
He trying to get some pussy.
He trying to get some pussy. So if you know that was the first thing I liked about you, you gotta understand that that's always gonna be probably the main thing I like about you. So this is what we have to do. In between fucks, you have to figure out a way to keep me liking you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fuck you, and what am I here for? Oh yeah, fuck you, and what am I here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you constantly gotta be reminded of this shit. Like, of course I like the pussy, but why else am I here? Like, what else is gonna keep me here? Because love for a man is different from a woman, at least from my perspective. Like, my love is contingent on shit. My love is like,
if there's peace in this house.
We wear shorts if it's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have to have a reason to wear these shorts. I have to have a reason to love you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna love you just because you love me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
like
have you
fuck
ever
up like that too.
Have you ever wanted to fuck your girl but she ain't want to give you no pussy? And then you can, you know what I'm saying? Just because you want to fuck don't mean she want to fuck. So just because she love you don't mean you love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give her a reason to want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? You, whatever it is, you treat her nice, kiss her on her neck, put your finger in her butt, whatever she likes. But the same way, she has to make you want to love her. You know what I'm saying? She got to give you a reason. You can't just, you love me, yeah, why? Cause bitch, you cooked today. You know what I'm saying? The next day, bitch, I probably hate you. You know what I'm saying? It's up and down and shit. It ain't just love for the sake of love. I think love comes with conditions. And like for 20 years, you have to figure out, do you like this person? Like, I'm sure when they got together, it wasn't based on just money. So how does money become?
Yeah, right.
And that's how come I think it's important to like communicate.
Yeah.
Like people underestimate when you young and shit, man. Like 27, that's kind of young to be able to allow a woman not to work 3 years.
Oh, I know.
But I'm just saying that's a maturity thing. It's a maturity
sure,
thing.
yeah.
I'm out here joking and shit, but that's just your level of maturity.
Yeah.
And your comfort in relationship. Age and shit don't really have anything to do with relationships and love.
Yeah,
Cause
I mean, just like money,
maturity.
just like you talking about money though.
Yeah.
Money, I mean, it's are you willing any relationship, even if it's not a marriage, it should be about growing. Are we growing together every day? Are we working on something? If it ever gets to a point where we're stagnant or we're not growing in our relationship, whether we're friends or a sexual relationship, whatever it is, if I can't add to your life and you're not adding to my life, then at that point that relationship needs to be void.
I 100% agree with that.
Yes.
You have, and the reason why I agree with it, especially from a man's standpoint, we cultivate women. A real man cultivates his woman. You have to make your woman different. You know what I'm saying? If you see 10 women, you do not want your woman like those 10 women. Mm-hmm. She has to be your woman, and she has to add to you also. It's I hate you, but it's like the yin and yang thing, and it's the balance mentally. Like I don't believe in 50-50 relationships, but I believe that women add to men and men in return cultivate. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to make your woman respect you as a leader to look up to. And so just wanting to love somebody ain't enough. And then it's like men like usually catch on late. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say we weren't conditioned to look for love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You end up
we're looking at booty and end up
Yeah.
falling in love. Like you said, 20
Fuck
years
our way
later.
in
20 years later.
and that's how come I say, man, like,
I'm still doing here.
like you thinking sexually and shit. And she got to understand that at the root, at the core of you want some pussy. You know what I'm saying? At the root, you might, you know what I'm saying? You develop like the feelings and shit and the other connections and shit. Like if it's a cool chick or a good chick, that's when the other shit develop. You know what I'm saying? I like having a conversation when you like leading. When you like leading that person where you don't care if she falls off a cliff, you know what I'm saying? Fuck her. But if you care about this person, you gonna bring them up. And like along that way, you try to figure out, and you look at these 20-year relationships, you try to figure out what in the fuck did that go wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then it's weird. That shit's scary to me. Yeah. That shit's scary to get that much time to somebody.
I mean, that's your
And then y'all
brand.
argue
That's
over
your
money.
baby, man.
Yeah.
You worked on a brand or a business for 20 years and it don't work out. You gonna be devastated.
Ain't that crazy? And like it's just weird how people turn to enemies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But shout out to if it has to come to it, hide your money. If it comes down to a good job, you won.
If you try to tell her, hey, you fucking up money and she's still fucking up money, hey, tuck you a couple dollars away, shit.
But I mean, I don't know the ins and outs.
If I gotta hide my money from you, I'm gone.
Maybe the prenup ended at 20 or something. Maybe ain't no telling.
I don't even, man. Look, I hate. I hate prenups. Like I hate to even
get the law.
It's crazy that you have to think that far in. Like, what if?
Yeah.
Like I pride myself on preparing myself for every situation. Like, I've mentally prepared, even the situation I don't want to face in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll mentally prepare as much as I possibly can. But I wouldn't want to look at a bitch, be staring at her eye, seeing the moon reflecting, her skin glowing, pretty weed flowing. And I'm like,
you ain't getting my house.
Yeah.
You ain't getting my car. That Corvette's mine.
Real shit. Real shit.
You a raggedy brown-eyed demon.
Yeah, so you start looking at her like, maybe I don't love this bitch. You know?
Bitch, I knew you was a devil.
Yeah. But, man, that's just sad. I mean, we make jokes of that shit, man, but this is a relationship, man. You gotta
It's
wonder.
conditioning, though, man. It's kind of, I mean, it's the music we look at, you know, it's the movies we watch.
It is.
It's every day, man. It's what we put into us.
And, like, why, with everybody, 20 years, why they ain't got no kids?
Everybody say, well, do they got any kids?
They knew it wasn't right, man. They
There's
didn't
some
feel
bullshit
that. They
that
didn't
come
feel
out.
that.
Yeah,
They old, man.
after
20 years
this
they had no
happened.
kids.
Yeah.
20 years after this happened.
Man, come on, bro. You weren't a condom for 20 years?
He probably made it
That's
to
too
the
much
abortion.
money right there.
Somebody got outside kids.
As imaginable as Dwayne Martin appears, I can imagine he has his tubes tied. But shit, no man to hide no money for no woman.
Yeah.
Nah. That's like usually what the woman do when she plan on leaving you for the mailman or some shit.
Speaking of, do you believe in joint accounts?
I believe in hell yeah. If you with a motherfucker and shit y'all together, you don't want to see that motherfucker sink. You don't want to sink.
I believe in joint accounts, but I also believe that you should have your own accounts too. Cause like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have a joint account and then have my spouse or my lover on my business account. And
Hold on, your spouse or your what?
Or your love?
This nigga sound like on a soap opera.
No,
I'm not a lover.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Go ahead.
somebody that you're intimate with.
Victor Newman.
On an account that could possibly hinder you. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm saying. Like, if you with that person and shit, like, how?
It's just being prepared.
But they're not your business partner. They don't know about
How-
business. They think different. You know.
If you cultivate her, you raising her to think how you think. It's like if you raising her so y'all can be one. That's the
But
thing.
any
shit.
woman would tell you though, they want to be your partner. They don't want to be your child. So like they're not going to allow you. You're not just going to everything.
When you
that
say
you think.
partner, what you mean?
Like they want to be able to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to make their own decisions. Like you're not gonna be able to just put all of your morals and values into a woman.
Shit
and
me.
think she just gonna run with it.
You shit me. That's what make her your
I
woman.
have yet to find that. I mean, I might throw out 10 ideas. She might be good with 2 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why she ain't going on my business account. She made 8 bad decisions. Now I'm out of business.
Damn.
Hey, I gotta be 10 for 10.
Yeah.
I gotta be the best free throw shooter you ever seen. I gotta be the best. I can't have that inconsistency because I believe in unison.
Absolutely.
I believe in unison, and I can't be with somebody who's not on the same accord.
Okay.
We can have that discussion to
Okay.
where she can say why she don't think, and I can be like, well, I understand that, but
This is what we doing.
And I respect
because I mean,
that.
I'm not gonna be on no bullshit.
But
though.
we a body though, right? And we a body, and your thumb and your index finger just play 2 different roles. So we saying the same thing, but it's just a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because I believe it is unison.
Yeah.
But we play 2 different roles. So your role is just completely different than mine.
The whole goal is to win.
It's to
As a-
win.
as a
It's
unit,
to win.
as a
It's to
unit.
win.
And when you know that you are the weaker vessel, you follow the stronger vessel. If you're not strong enough to lead, though, it won't work. If you're not something that she can look at and be like, okay, because my girl, if I go and say we Catholics, she gonna say, okay, well, how many Hail Marys we gotta do? If I say, baby, I changed my mind, we some Muslims, she gonna say, okay, where's our 9/11? You know what I'm saying?
But hold on, because women are also
shout that
emotional
side.
though. So we talking about accounts. You gonna put somebody that is gonna act off emotions on an account. You know what I mean? You might be looking at a booty in a club on a drunk night, and you go to look at your business account and you cleared out just because she mad.
But those things, like them, the things you learn about on the way before you even go into that joint account.
Yeah.
It's like you have to
I'm still
understand.
never in a joint account.
That's
I
what I'm
don't-
saying, man. As
but
much as I love my girl,
okay.
we ain't going on no joint
I'm
account.
gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this right here, real quick. Do you have raw sex with your girl?
I mean, I'm on live right now, man. That's kind of. I mean, obviously, yeah, we have a kid together, so yeah.
So you feel more comfortable with putting your dick in your girl raw than you do sharing a bank account? Like, what's more important in that aspect?
Man, legalities hold a longer.
I'm asking you, take the legal shit out. I'm
It's
saying
hard to take that.
Hold on, do you trust her
consequence.
enough to put your dick in her and put a baby in her as opposed to trusting her with a bank account?
You talking about contracts and
Come on, the baby's a contract within itself. They even reduce babies to contract.
And even that's only 18 years. You talking about something that can last you
okay. She wiped you out
lifetime.
She wiped the account out for $5,000. Then you know that's not your bitch. Right there. If she gets emotional enough to take away everything that you have, that's not yours.
But like, why take that chance?
Because take these chances. It's better to weed a motherfucker out. Like we was talking about Post Malone. I'd rather know who you are.
Man.
I don't want to know who you are contingent on the leash you have. Yeah. I want to give you free reign. I want to send you out to the club and shit where it's 100 niggas trying to fuck you and see if you come home unfucked. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be at the club peeking around corners and shit, see what you're going to do. If we together, we have to establish this trust in any way. If I'm going to trust you enough if I can't trust you with my motherfucking money, with our money, I shouldn't even be with you. If we can't have this account together without you doing some fucked up shit, we shouldn't even be together.
But would you still have your own account?
Why?
Like,
I mean, I'm saying.
No, I'm just asking you. Y'all come together and all the pot, just every money's going to one pot.
If we built to this point, it's not so you meet a bitch, you're like, hey, bitch, you got $5? Yeah, I got $5 match over the bank account.
I'm saying if you've established
this point, if you've established this level of trust with a woman,
that's going to be even after
marriage. If I am shoving my tongue in your asshole, we're sharing bank accounts. I'm just saying that is my philosophy right there. Like, where is your fucking cutoff point?
Because my parents don't have joint accounts; they got their own separate accounts. They trust each other. Like, if she ever needs something.
How you know? How you know he trusts?
Cause he like, here, go take your credit card. Go do what
you gotta do. Trust
man, my Aunt Janet just signed out because she had to drop the mic on that comment, man. I got Christians on here, man.
Hey. You must have tell her what type of show you was going on.
Yeah. Shut up, Aunt Janet.
I just found out. I'm sorry, Aunt Janet.
This is the barbershop. We're with a barber. But look,
is there an uncle with this Aunt Janice?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Boy, high level.
Pastor Janet.
Pastor Janet. Oh, okay.
Man, anyway, we're gonna get to the band of the hour. Shout out to Andrew. Who's your barber?
What's up?
Aunt Janet nephew.
Who's your _barber?
For all you listening.
Is that who's your barber or who's your Indiana Hoosiers?
Like Hoosier. Hoosier, Indiana. And then it's like, who is your barber?
So it's kind of like a double entendre.
Yeah, absolutely.
You watch battle rap?
I do not, man.
Okay.
How long you been cutting hair?
I've been cutting hair, man, over 13 years. That's when I made my first investment. I was probably 12 years old.
Oh, yeah. What was your first investment exactly?
The clippers, man. I bought the outliners before they came out with the T outliners. And I think I had some walls. It was before they came out with the designer ones.
Funniest shit on the walls is the white man on the box. That'd be the funniest shit, man.
He ain't on my box, man. I don't buy that box. I don't know.
Where you just shit from?
I don't know.
Pokey. but like, what made you want to cut hair?
Oh man, it was the first thing that I seen that I could do to help put back in the economy of my household. Before child labor law. So like child labor laws doesn't allow. You said over what?
Over drugs.
I mean, I tried that. Just wasn't very successful with that. You know, the barber was like the safest thing. You know what I mean?
And what made you aware of financial things such as, you know what I'm saying, putting money back in your household economy?
I don't think it's harder. It's harder for me to be unaware than it would be to be aware. You know, you notice when the lights get cut off. You notice when you have to borrow electricity. You notice when you don't got hot water. And you could just tell the attitudes of the people around you that you're struggling, or you know.
And that's so you grew up in that type of household where you was dealing with financial issues.
what is it?
Like 3 to a bed? Was you in like financial issues growing up?
It was it was 7 of us in a house, and we had a shotgun kind of style house, and it was 3 bedrooms.
Could nobody hoop?
Cause nobody did.
No, man.
How tall was everybody?
All women, man. All women. I grew up with. I'm the baby, man.
That's even more different and stuff. Like, what did they baby you up and stuff?
They baby me and beat me. It was a little bit of both. I was confused.
How old? You 27. How old is the oldest?
My oldest sister is 16 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, damn.
I need something between
like,
there.
Being that young and stuff, like, what was it like when you bought the Clippers? Like, did you have clientele? Like, who did you experiment
Oh,
with?
hell no. I didn't have any clientele, man. I can't remember how many times I had to cut my head bald from
Practicing and
yeah,
shit.
and then I had my cousin, man. I messed him up. I messed my nephews up. I was begging people, all right, let me cut your hair
So
for
did
free.
you go to barbering school?
Yeah, now.
Okay.
I've been 4 years out of cosmetology, and I'm licensed.
Okay.
So, when I mean, you faced with different opportunities, like Corey mentioned drugs. Like, that's a avenue a lot of people take when they face with that kind of situation. About like all the things you could have done, drugs, lemonade stand. What made you choose a barber?
Yeah.
I guess, man, I just always kind of liked the flair of the barber lifestyle, man. I kind of liked the freedom that they had. I seen they could come and kind of go when they wanted to, and just the camaraderie of the people, man. The barber's kind of the centerpiece of the society, of the community in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? They get to know everybody, so I always like that.
And this was all in Terre Haute.
This was in Terre Haute and Indy, man, because I was born in Indy. I was just
Okay.
raised down there. So I spent all my summers in Indianapolis, actually.
So,
Okay.
when did
Terre Haute.
how old was you when you was? Where was you at when you started cutting here in Terre Haute?
I was in Terre Haute when I was cutting.
Where do you cut at now?
I'm on 34th in Georgetown. It's a place called Player Phase, Play on Inc.
And you know what? This is not a Quentin Tarantino movie where the story goes out of order.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm getting to Genesis. It's like Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. It's an order. But what you gonna be doing when you die?
Hey.
But so when did you actually decide to take it serious to where you was like, I'm gonna end up going to school for this? You said 4 years, so
Man, that is, I don't even know if we got enough time for this story, but okay, so 4 years ago I watched The Secret. My sister put me on to a movie, a book.
The Secret?
The Secret. Bob Proctor, Leonard Blackburn. Are you familiar with it at all? Okay, so The Secret got me into studying successful people, and it put me in line with the law of attraction and vibration. And from that, man, I really started looking at my sister really heavy, and at the time I was waiting tables. And waiting tables was cool and everything, but it wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I actually ended up, I believe, attracting myself to a gentleman named Eric. And Eric's father, man, his family is a wealthy family, and they actually took me on vacation to their personal island. And when I was on the island, his father was like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life, man? And the only thing I could think of that I was good at is cutting hair. So I kind of went back to what I was trying to get away from, really.
For people who don't know, just to digress a little bit, you mentioned the book The Secret. For people who don't understand, know what that is, can you give me an outline of that book?
Okay, so The Secret talks about whatever that you want in this life, whatever you can think in your mind, you can manifest into reality. And it goes into a science behind that.
And do you believe that wholeheartedly?
I believe that more. I've seen it, I felt it, I'm living it, I'm breathing it. I definitely believe it, man.
That's the superpower you have.
That's definitely the superpower that we all have.
What do you believe are the conditions that allow people? Because do you think that to be able to think positive, you have to be in a positive environment?
You can put yourself into a positive environment. I believe that to be positive, you must be around other positivity. Absolutely.
So, because what made me think about that is it's funny as shit. I love stand-up comedy, and Dave Chappelle did a bit where he talked about the book The Secret.
Yeah.
He was talking about the kids in Africa and shit. They sit around starving and shit. Can they just manifest a sandwich just off positive thinking? Does that change your surrounding? Even if you're in that dire situation where you can try to think as positive you can, but that fly is not going to turn into a grain of rice. Like, how do you say, like, the people in that situation, like, what do you think can induce their positivity in such a situation like that?
Well, to me, that's what I call a microwave mentality, man. We sometimes we see something, we think what we want is positive thinking. Just because you want it doesn't make it positive thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you might want a sandwich. That doesn't mean you're gonna get the sandwich. But if you think about that sandwich and then you put into motion that you have the ability to go get that sandwich, that's what's gonna get you that sandwich. You might be hungry for a couple of days before you get that sandwich.
I may die in a couple of days.
I'm saying like in our situation, that's feasible.
Yeah.
Like right now, if I was like, I want a Bentley on a pier, but of course you have to think about the tools you have to use to get them. But for the person who's in a situation as like the starving kid in Africa, and like how can they make that happen for them? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, is this limited to like a certain group?
I don't think it's limited at all, man. I think you have to build a burning desire. It can't just be something that you casually want. Whatever you have a burning.
I was saying, like, I'm sure they have a burning desire to eat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I see
like,
I know a lot of Africans, man.
I'm talking about the starving ones.
Yeah.
Not the ones who are out here running like 200 fucking miles.
Have you met any starving? I've never met any starving Africans.
I've never met a billionaire.
Yeah.
I know it exists.
I've met billionaires. I got them on my. They're probably watching right now.
Ever been to?
But no, like I understand. Like I understand exactly what you're saying,
them, man.
Because the way you said the book, like you know, you had like a slogan, like you been to a workshop, like they was repeated, not like you brainwashed them, but like the way they came out.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no, like
I was that starving kid though. I guess that's what I'm saying. I literally would have candles in my house, just like Cat Williams said. You know, like people get high, so we forget about our problems. You know what I'm saying? So I guess for me to be able to, like I said, my girl hasn't worked in 3 years. For me to go from sleeping on a couch and riding a bus with no car to having a car that I put in my garage that I don't even drive, for me, it's a reality that I can manifest whatever I want. And I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, I got millionaires, man. I got a couple mentors that I can call right now, and I feel like I attracted that into my life. They wouldn't deal with me if they felt like that I had no value to add to their life, and that they could not add value to my life, they would not be in my life. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just like a good way to network, being a commodity. When you're a commodity and stuff, people can use you and you can use them, build business relationships.
Absolutely.
And like that's part of the perceived American dream. Like we talked about it last week, where we always had a lottery mentality. Like we can run into the right situation and boom, everything started looking up. Like you can literally change your life off of $2 here in America. I mean, just simply buying the right Powerball ticket. Next thing you know, you got 400. I mean, it can happen.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
And I don't believe that you can be successful in accident.
And then like, I don't know. So
yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I'm saying like even your level of poverty, and this not to divert away from the topic, but poverty here in America is different than poverty in a third world country. Would you agree?
Oh man, come on.
So the way you like visualize where you think I can get some clippers to get some money, to get some food, where these people don't even have those type of things. It's
but I know, okay, so you're speaking to me, okay, here's my perspective on what you're saying. It's an America mind frame, but I am actually I know Dominicans. I know people in these very poor countries that you're speaking of personally, and they came from there. They don't look at it like that, man. They're actually a lot happier in a lot of ways. Like, they can go and get fish, and they know how to fish. So you're talking about getting a sandwich. It might not be a sandwich, but they can go get the fish, and they're gonna eat because we are literally capable of hunting. Anything, like, humans are the highest pinnacle creation, and birds don't worry about nothing. Bees, trees, lightning, thunder, nature, anything in nature that you look at is literally taken care of. Everything. So if humans are the highest, of that pinnacle creation, then what do we have to really worry about? It sounds like to me that we create our own problems. And if we could figure out a way to mentally get out of that paradigm, then you just look at it differently.
When you see somebody, and like that is probably American thought process, because when you see, like when you say, have I ever met a person? I haven't met an African with the botulism, with their stomach bigger than everything on their body, flies flying on them.
They show that on TV, man.
But that's a reality.
That's a
reality. And it might be.
It might be. Did they put themselves in that position?
I can't speak from something that I have never. That's one thing in my life that I've never experienced. I've never seen anybody in a position that they can't get themselves out of. And that's me. And I don't know anybody else that's seen somebody in a position that they can't get themselves out of.
Okay. But so that book, it influenced you and stuff, and it led to your positive thinking, and you say it led you to barber. So once you got in the barber shop, man, like, did you have a plan, like, I'm gonna take over the barber game, or we talked about it? I don't know if we earlier in the show, we off air when you said it was gonna catapult you to something else.
Yeah.
Like, what's the next plan?
Man, the next plan is to get the ultimate plan is real estate, and it's to create a system. I want to create a system that I can build abundance, and then also build that system for other people to be able to build abundance. So I want to not only be in a position where I don't ever have to worry about money or think about it, but I'm building that for other people, and then they can also build that for other people, and it becomes a trend.
And when you say real estate, you talking about like
Flipping
a business,
I'm
or
talking about
commercial?
Yeah, commercial, residential.
So
all
just
of
being
it.
a conglomerate, like a big business.
Yeah, absolutely big business.
Do you think the real estate game is oversaturated? Like, you see a lot of people like jumping into the real estate. I'm gonna get some money, just to get houses, start flipping.
That's a perfect point, man. That's a perfect point. It's like the barber business, man. There's a lot of barbers out here, but not all the barbers is eating. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it like I never look at how many people are doing something. I look at mastering what I do.
But there's more people buying. There's more people buying haircuts than it is people buying houses.
But again, I'm gonna master. I want to learn everything I can learn about. I want to know all the ins and outs. So you're not going to outwork me.
Okay.
So I'm not going to worry about if I'm going to make a dividend or return on my investment.
What you saying right there is like, I understand totally what he's saying in the sense of this right here, to where you don't put yourself on the same level as everybody. Javar Fighter, it's a billion people gunning for world titles. Did that make him sit down like, I'm not gonna go fight because so many boxing game saturated? We doing a podcast. Do we be like, I'm not gonna do a podcast? You know, like everybody doing a podcast. Like, your uniqueness is what can make you successful too. If Andrew, who's _barber, if he plan on getting the real estate game, I'm sure you're going into the game with a plan.
Absolutely.
And that plan is not to be equal to nobody, right?
No.
And that's just the mentality I think you have to have when you go into any form of business, anything where it can be competitive. Like you mentioned with the barbers, we won't slander nobody off air, but you don't want to go there because they have fucked up hairlines. So I mean, if you make sure that you're the best in your field, though, I don't think that, like especially real estate, and competition for competitive people make business more fun.
Absolutely. You
know what I'm saying? I mean, it makes you.
You're talking about a pyramid.
Yeah.
And when you're at the top of the pyramid, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to worry about getting scraps off the bottom, man.
At peak, I don't want to say at peak, because that's far. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I see myself as worth multi-millions, man, and I also want to create, I'd say at least 10 millionaires, which would ripple even further than that.
And do you define ultimate success by money?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anybody that knows me knows that it's about energy, and it's about just putting yourself in. Okay, if you got a village and you take the money out of the village, to me it's about problem solving. So I want to be able to solve the most amount of problems that I can solve, and I think in turn that will make me a millionaire.
What do you think, like, when you say the problem, like, do you have any specific problems that you targeting right now?
People with hairlines all the time, your problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a dental whitening business. That's a problem that I see a lot of people, man, don't have money for health care, don't have money to get their teeth whitened, things like that. Anything that I can, I went to school for diesel technology at one time. It wasn't really my thing, but if you find 1 million people with 1 million problems and you just charge them $1 to fix those problems, you got your first million. So I mean, it could be something simple as fixing a hairline, or it could be something simple as
showing the
somebody
titty on a DVD and selling it for $20.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a
What
problem.
problem is this?
Hey, I don't know.
but when you mention that, because it seemed like the problem solving was attached to money. Like, do you think you feel comfortable trying to solve a problem if it didn't give you any financial benefits? Well, all right, nigga.
I will give always. I will give a lot of things away for free, but you do have to. Your economy has to be good. I do believe in a good economy, especially if you want to be a leader.
If you want to be a leader, do you fashion yourself as a leader? Do you feel yourself as a leader?
I mean, I feel like when you are great, people follow.
Britney Spears has a lot of people following her. Would you consider her a leader?
She's a leader, man.
Jones
I ain't saying she's a good leader.
Okay, well, let's take away.
She's a leader, man.
Let's take away connotation of just the word leader. Do you feel like you're a good leader, or you had the capability of being a good leader?
I feel like I have the capability of being a leader that will help people meet the goals that they want to meet in their lives. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So would you do like workshops or like your own workshops? Or like
I'm actually going to be doing a free workshop once a week at the barber shop on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Probably starting this week or next week. Or
Okay.
next week or the week after that.
So would you say that like the problems you want to solve, and just correct me if I'm wrong, are more economical rather than social?
For me personally, I see there are economical problems because I think that a lot of violence stems back to economics. Feeding people hunger stems back to economics. Attitude, a lot of times stem back to economics. So for me, that's the biggest problem that I see, which is the reason I want to tackle it. It's not that I'm money hungry because I'm not materialistic. I don't care, about monetary value really at all. But I just think that in the midst of me being able to help somebody with their credit, my economy's gonna be better.
And like when I'm asking you these questions, man, it ain't like trying to find a fault, but it's more trying to understand. Cause like I'm trying to figure out, cause like the social welfare of people, of course, is economic. I mean, it goes back to economics. It goes to money. And just speaking of our community in general, we've been in the same economic standing since we got here, where we get a few people get a lot of money and make people feel equal. But as a whole, as a people, we still in poverty.
And that's what I see.
Like,
I see Jewish community, man, they spend money 16 times within their community before it ever touches any hands. In the black community, the first people that get the money is the barbershop. And then after that, it goes out.
And why do you think that is?
I mean, it's TV, man. It's media. It's conditioning. It's a lack of generational knowledge. It's just mind frame, man. I mean, that's as simple as mind frame.
So how do you think you can combat that mind frame that's being like fucked up for so long?
So we just build positive thinking, and that's what my workshop is going to be. Just exercising like we do our muscles in the gym, 15-20 minutes a day. We get together, man. We treat each other like brothers. We treat each other like kings and queens, and we exercise positive thinking, man. We think about all the good things that we have. Be grateful. You know what I'm saying? And then just work on positive thinking, man.
And again, you have a different mindset than most. Majority of, and not saying that it's right that it's like that, the majority of people who are in poverty, like, how do you think you can get them come to a workshop?
For instance, if I can show you how you can make another form of income in addition to whatever you're doing, and I can show you how to meet one of your goals, I mean, are you gonna come or not?
But just like, would that be the spiel that you give?
No, I mean, it's real. It's real because you can
real.
never help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. You can never do that. But if you show me how you can make me another form of income with certainty, and you can show me how I can meet a goal, I don't know too many people that don't want to do that.
How many people in poverty do you think want to be in poverty?
I don't know anybody that wants to be in poverty.
And you agree that it's like a mind frame thing, it's not to make them want to get out. But what you saying, man, like, I understand what you saying, and I understand how it can help somebody who not all the way fucked up. But if we talking about a group of people who are all the way fucked up, and You just like, look, I see you under the newspaper, stupid. Get up, make something out yourself. I got a plan. Be at the barbershop. Yeah. We'll do it like a muscle. Get over here, go exercise, and get your ass up. Like, that's how it's going to sound to them. Like, I mean, because that's how come I said it is social. Like, do you feel like you have to integrate yourself with the person instead of looking like you above them? Because if you, like, when you said dude took you out, this was a rich person who took you somewhere, and they was like, look, this, you can attain this, and what are you going to do with yourself? So, you got a different mind frame anyway, and you was shown that. But you, on the other hand, if you going to somebody, because you know they not going to talk to a rich white man. They going to talk to a barber who got a nice ass hairline and gold chain and shit. He might got some couple rocks in his pocket. That's how they looking.
Like, are you taking them to a private island?
So you're not giving them that same sight that you saw. So I think like what you saying.
No, we gonna do that though. That's the thing, man. You gotta get one at a time, man. It's not about me. It's not about me going out here and saving the world, man. That's not what I want to do. You know what I mean? It's about me getting one like-minded brother, and then he's gonna get somebody that's like-minded, and then he's gonna get somebody that's like-minded, and it becomes trendy. And you know how we are, man. We're influential. You know what I'm saying? We're
influential people.
Yeah. So to me, it's just a no-brainer, bro. It's a ripple effect. The snowball, this little bitty snowball that I got. You start rolling that boy down the hill, and it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I can't think from the bottom up. You're thinking from the bottom up. I got to think from the top down, and not in a monetary value. But when I say from the top down, I'm saying mind frame, from the healthiest mind frames. Because we're solving problems. So you got to go get your engineers. You got to go get your geneticists. You got to go get your specialists. You got to go get the people that's capable of solving these problems. And then it ripples out from there.
When you going to get these people right here, do you? As a matter of fact, just take them out of the equation. When you solving a problem, just think communication, and just take it back to a different level. When you having a discussion, just say, for instance, with your girl, when she tells you her problem, and we have a tendency to do this, to where we look at the problem from our point of view. We look at it from our looking down. If you put yourself in her shoes, whether you agree or not with the problem, you get a better perspective from her side, right? Absolutely. So if you out here trying to solve problems, don't you think it's more imperative to talk to the person who's having the problem, to learn exactly, like, you know what I'm saying? If you look at somebody, you be like, man, he like his foot hurt. And he like, it might be a sprained ankle. And you be like, I've seen a million times a sprained ankle, but you go ahead and talk to him. He's like, no, I broke my toe. So just from up top, from that observation, and I understand what you're saying, but do you think like it's important to like integrate yourself like with them at the same time?
Oh man, absolutely. But that's that hungry person. That's the person that's been through the most poverty that wants to get out. Because some people don't want better, man. That's the difference between us and a regular animal, man. We have the potential to be 100% when we wake up, and we got a potential to be 10%. So it's not about money at all, man. I can't express that enough. But it's that person with that burning desire. So that hurt person with that broken foot, with that empty bank account that really wants to, like, he really wants to be successful. That's who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? And that's who's gonna. Once you make an example out of him, then the people around him, they're going to be like, man, I remember you was sleeping in the alley with that newspaper on your head. How in the hell you driving a Bentley, bro?
See, I think it's different between a person with an empty bank account as opposed to a person who's never even seen a bank account. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the level of power.
And you give them hands-on. You give them, I will walk to the bank with you, and we'll start you a bank account. I'm going to get you a secure credit card. We need to, and that's what I'm saying, man. Some people are going to need more hands-on than others. But you got to figure out who is with you first.
And being that humans are emotional.
Very emotional.
We don't attach those same emotions to animals. So with the human being, do you think sometimes you have to create that desire? Say a person who's never seen anybody win. They've never seen anybody, it's generational poverty. They've never seen anything to give them a positive idea in their head.
We got social media. I don't know anybody that's never seen a rap video. I don't know anybody that's never seen TV. But
we don't know those people personally, so we never seen.
My point is, like, the people that you're talking about, I think that's like hearing about Jesus. Everybody's heard a good story. Everybody's heard the story of hope. You know what I mean? So if you want to listen to it or believe it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that there's anybody that doesn't know. I think that comes from inside. I almost feel like that's internal. I don't even think that you have to see that to know. I think your heart almost talks to your brain to tell you that you want to do better. I personally never met anybody on this earth that does not want to do better for them or their family.
It's not about doing better, but not even knowing where to start. Like it's just
that's where we help. That's where I help. You come to me, you say, I want you to help me do better.
But how do they know to come to you? That's like you said, where do you start?
Like my whole thing, that's a good question. Yeah. Like just go to real estate. Do you plan on like being in a particular community, like uplifting a certain community with your real estate, or is it like just
monetary?
Because like one of the ways you can combat poverty and stuff is like creating opportunities in neighborhoods. When you say that black people don't spend money in the neighborhoods, like would you like want to invest in these neighborhoods? Like if you out here on 21st and Posted, would you, or somewhere around here, an empty slot, would you want to build a strip mall?
Absolutely, bro.
Is that the goal?
You want to buy, absolutely, man. You want to take the poverty and make it to where it's not poverty anymore.
And that's exactly like, that's a good way. Like like we just take the shortcut to that answer, because if they see a black man who they can identify with, if they see you own this store, instead of going to the store and there's somebody who went to fucking convenience store university in a fucking mountain in India, you know what I'm saying? If they go to the fucking gas station, see somebody they can identify with, that create, you know what I'm saying, inspiration, things like that, to where you don't have to look at a rapper on TV. Real role models are not on TV. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not realistic. Realistic is seeing somebody in their neighborhood doing good. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
And so, like, I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, man. I'm just trying to understand it from every point of view. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that
that's a great question, man. I really appreciate it, actually.
Because if you helping somebody and stuff, I think it's, like, say, for instance, with Javar, he fights. It's easier for him to listen to somebody who's in the gym often as somebody who just be like, come to one fight and be like, oh, you got to do this, that, and the other, because it's somebody who's been in that situation and is hands-on with you. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I applaud it, man, because for one, like you said, it's a mental thing, and you had the desire to change some shit.
And I'm willing to put my own money into it, man, and my own back, and like that's one of the things, like you said, seeing sometimes helps you believe. So, like, I'd be willing to get a bus and you know what I mean, take a field trip to people that's never been out the city, or you know what I mean, things like that. Like whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. You know, you gotta talk to the people, and like you said, you gotta ask the people, man. What can I do for you?
And I think innately we are hopeful people, for the simple fact that we still like marching and shit like Google. So we feel with hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just take that child, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where it's harder to raise a grown person. If you take that person who's still young and still fresh and still could be molded and stuff.
And we've been lied to so much, man.
Yeah.
So we hurt. We definitely hurt.
And that's how come I say it's different. Like somebody, and we distinctly, a different race of people haven't went through what we have mentally. So it's easier to motivate them to do things and stuff as opposed to us, because this ain't no new occurrence. This is like generational. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's what people don't be understanding. So that's how come I don't think it's just as easy as to get handed nigga books and read this. Feel better, don't you? You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna help in the hood and stuff, man. I think like it has to be hands on. But plus though, man, I think it's a spiritual connotation that have to take place too though.
Man, you gotta get in the spirit, you gotta get in the diet, you gotta get in the economy, man. And I think that's the one thing that nobody is touching that I wanna get into is all of it, man. We're gonna talk about spiritual, man. We're gonna talk about economics, man. We're gonna talk about, man, if you need to talk about your relationship, I mean, it's a safe place for you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk
that
about
bitch did what?
Yeah, man, we got your back.
Have a sandwich. Tell me about it, nigga. But no, I feel you though, man. For the future, do you have a name for your real estate company, or is it a secret?
Yeah, man. No, I actually do own a real estate company, and it's called Think Big Home Affiliates. Think Big Home Affiliates.
That's what's up, man. How long you been in that business?
I've owned my company for 1 year.
Oh, that's what's up. You do anything special for the 1 year anniversary?
Man, right now I'm working on smaller things, man. I'm working on my credit right now, and working on building my business credit, because I didn't build my business credit.
That's what's up, man. Anything else you got going on besides hooking up hairlines and?
Man, networking with you guys, man. I feel like I'm in the spot to be.
What's this on your shirt?
Good call.
Yeah, man. It says, "Are you my brother? are you my brother, man? To me, it's about, initially before you listen to me, we got to build some type of camaraderie. So it's kind of what it's about. Unity, man. We're definitely stronger in numbers. So
that's what's up. You said that's your shirt that you made.
Yeah, man. I got one. I got one for everybody. Actually,
Okay,
That motherfucker, I like that.
yeah, I
motherfucker,
like
too.
that.
Yeah, I got 4 different colors too. So
That's what's up.
I got gray, black, white. And
Are you selling them online?
not online yet, man, but
No.
yeah.
That's what's up. You plan on doing more than shirts, or like extended clothing line, or different, like
A
extended
whole
brand?
unity clothing brand. Yeah, absolutely.
Corey, he don't be plugging and shit. He allegedly got a fucking vlog where he review clothes. He can get your shirt and review it.
Oh man, come on.
Corey
50% polyester that don't shrink.
Yeah, send me a large. I put it up on the video Friday.
I got one in the car for you. Man.
Okay, got you.
But we don't want to see him in a large. We need to see that physique. Give him an extra small. So he get on there, motherfucker, hashtag the hell out of that shirt.
I got a question for you with the business. What's more important to you? Because I say a lot of people going this way, cash or credit. Like you always say, we're going to go to the banks and have to spend the bank's money or whatever. So
What is your outlook on that, man, if you don't mind me asking?
okay, I'm kind of 50-50 because it depends on what I'm looking at it for. Like, people always say it's better to go to a business with credit. Like, say we go to the car lot. If you going looking to be financed, let's just take a $100,000 car. Your $100,000 car, after getting financed, is $160,000. If I go with $80,000 cash, I can get them $80,000 cash because they're going to take this $80,000 cash for this car. So that, with me, it depends on the right situation. Like you can't just say, well, it's always better to have credit over cash. It just depends on the right situation because you essentially paying more for your car or whatever it may be by going through credit than you are with cash. So I just like to get when people say that.
Can I put about 2 cents in?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Before you
yeah,
put that
please.
extra
Come
shit.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
My view is this.
I got you, Twan.
My view is this. Metal. Gold or silver. That is the only thing that's real money.
Yeah.
So if you was capable of doing any of those, like just to interject, gold or silver, I would try to get something that's backed in that. I would try to get some sort of thing like that because with cash, I'll be shocked if it's cash in transaction in 15 years, 20 years. I'll be shocked. That's what they experiment with the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency and all that. And the design of the world, man, people don't be understanding like what's going on. They want to track you. They want to track everything, every fucking piece of money that moves. The World Bank and the people in charge want to track it. So it's going to be credit no matter what. It's the whole goal, because we know that the money ain't shit but a piece of paper. It's inflation and shit, all that shit. Money's nothing.
So both of you, man, very good points. Very, very good points. And for me, it gives me chills to actually be able to talk about that with you guys because a lot of people wouldn't even know to ask that question. Mm-hmm. And I almost feel like we're growing into like an age of enlightenment where people are asking questions and they're learning more. But like, so both to answer your question, man, both are going to be good because if you're talking about making a purchase, right? Are we looking at assets or liability? If you're going to purchase a liability, it's definitely, for me, 9 times out of 10, the rule of thumb is going to be to purchase with a cash because you don't want to purchase a liability that you can't afford, that you don't have the cash for at that moment. Now, when you're talking about business, you're looking at credit because the return on the investment is going to outweigh whatever the cost is. So it really doesn't matter how much, if you take out the $100,000 loan, that doesn't even matter that it's a $100,000 loan when you're going to make $150,000. You know what I'm saying? So you're making 50% on your investment, or you make the $200,000, you make the 100% on your investment. And even with the interest, even if it's $120,000, when you make $80,000 off of using somebody else's money, it's a lot better than taking your own personal money out and then you gotta wait for that return. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it depends on if you're buying a liability or and you can't save $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But you can get a $1 million line of credit if you build it that high. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it depends on, you know, a liability or asset.
I just want to know your thoughts on it, like, you know, what you doing, just how you look.
And that's basically coming from my mentors, man. Like that's thinking that's been passed down to me.
That's what's up, man. Anything else you want to plug your social medias, your barbershop?
Hoosier _ Barber, man. Just you know, and Andrew Foster III. Add me on Facebook. You know, I'm just starting out. I'm a young fish in a pond, and I'm just trying to grow into a shark out here. So.
Where you cut it again?
I'm on 34th in Georgetown, 4822 West 34th Street.
What all you do? You don't just cut. You said you went to college school.
Yeah, I'm multicultural, man. That's another thing I pride myself in as far as the barbershop.
All white men wants the hair off their ears and the hair off their neck.
I do every culture, man. Yeah. Everywhere from Honduran to I mean I can do women.
Because you said you got cosmetology.
Of course you can do women.
But only cuts though. Only cuts though.
Only cuts. Okay.
I ain't braiding or.
What the lace fronts? He called it that
lace
front.
Call it out. I don't know. He might be making wigs.
What else you do? I seen you do the black mask stuff.
Man, we do a hot towel, straight edge razor, black mask.
What the black mask?
Man, it eliminates toxins. It exfoliates. You know what I mean? It exfoliates your pores. It just basically cleans out your pupils. It gives you a deep, solid clean. Man.
Your what?
Your pores.
You said pupils? Why you put that shit on a nigga eye? Shit. No, but okay.
What's your prices? Like, I mean, shout it out.
I'm very modest, man. $20 for a men's haircut, and then yeah, if you get the hot towel shave with the haircut, that's $30. And
okay.
How much is a razor line? I'm trying to come up.
Razor line's complimentary, man, and I do $6 for the peel.
What's that? Oh, the fake shit.
I'm
gonna come and get that shit. I gotta make an appointment.
Man, come on, man.
Appointments, walk-ins.
I do walk-ins only. I will do appointments, but they are $30, and I prefer not to do appointments.
Okay.
I just followed you from the TCK podcast. Anybody listening, go follow that. Anything you gonna say close the door?
Shout out to my niece. She had her first child Saturday. I feel old as shit now.
Congratulations.
I remember babysitting her, you know.
That shit be crazy.
Yeah, shit. I remember babysitting her now. She got a son, but video dropping Friday. That's Corey GQ Fresh Fashion Relate on YouTube. Mr. Corey GQ Fresh on Instagram. And tell a friend, come back next week, like always.
We already got your plugs out. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to you for coming through, dropping your knowledge on us. Shout out to
thank you for having me.
My nigga Corey. Look for his vlog to come out on Friday. Shout out to my nigga Javar for hooking this. I don't even like calling it an interview, but this session up. Get back season on the way.
Get back season. He was robbed.
Hey, this one of them instances like Godfather 2 where the sequel's better than the original. So the sequel will be better than the original. I'm looking for my little homie to come out and dominate. Thanks everybody tuning in.
Pirates start back Sunday.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Usually I let that shit go, but not today. Power comes out Sunday. I have to say this.
Dre need to die.
Power is the best, worst show ever. You watch Power?
Yeah.
Power is terribly good.
I don't watch to the end of the season though, so I can binge watch.
Power is
some people been ruining it for you. Like
Power,
I don't pay attention.
Power is a horribly written show. It is the worst written good show ever. This is the dumbest shit. How
the Three Stooges
the
is
fuck
back.
does Kanan end up with Ghost and Tommy? Ghost done told on Kanan.
Got him locked up.
Kanan got out, tried to kill Ghost, ended up killing his son. His son was fucking Ghost's wife.
Who was originally with Kanan before she got with Ghost.
She wasn't with Kanan.
I think that the way the storyline broke down.
She wasn't with Kanan. At least that ain't what I got out of it. But
I didn't see
they out here trying to kill Dre. But it was Kanan's fucking cousin's police friend who killed their daughter.
Yeah, killed.
This shit is all twisted and fucked up.
And he killed this jukebox. Yeah,
he killed his cousin. And now the little goofy boy who was doing a sister like this, he want to sell dope. I can't wait till it come on.
Me neither.
I can't wait. Shout out to
And a politician.
And Terry Crews out here getting fucked and
Again.
crying.
Damn,
Oh
they
man,
still
so much shit
crying
going
and
on
shit.
in this world.
Man,
He was
damn.
at Congress and shit about to cry.
Damn, man, he let that shit
Big
go.
goofy ass nigga.
Let that little man.
You like
grab
that your
on
son's
you.
a fag? I knew it was something wrong then on Friday. But like, yeah, we'll
Damn,
wrap it
shit,
up.
white chicks when he's played.
Yeah.
Big ass cool.
That's why that nigga felt comfortable trying to fuck Terry Crews.
Yeah.
You out here twerking on movies, you goofy nigga. Jamie Foxx, you getting fucked next if you haven't.
Man.
But look, told y'all gonna be another fantastic show, and I have yet to let y'all down, man. Hold me to my word when I tell y'all that. It's the Conceited Knowbody. See y'all next week.
Peace.